So let's talk about cheating in relationship. Generally, cheating in relationship involves betraying your partner's trust by engaging in romantic or sexual activities with another person other than your partner. But here's the question: do women cheat? This is today's live on Equa Television International. My name is Joyce Jakada. We are live on Facebook and YouTube at Equa Television International. I would like to know your take. Like, what do you think about cheating in relationship? But specifically, answer this question: do women cheat? Go to our Facebook page at Equa Television International. Drop your comment, and I promise you, we're going to take that on the show today. I'm not doing this alone. I have, let's say, engineer Sambo Solomon in the making.
You can say evangelist.
But well, for the sake of this show, eventually Sambo Solomon is seated right here. Pastor Mrs. Jemima Emmanuel is seated right here. Theologian, phonetics, English, everything. Tangale. Tangale representative. President Association of I don't have any experience. Prudence.
And I'm tempted to say. I am
in between. Well, I think today you hear all the research, you hear all the figures, you hear all the I think. Wow. Prudence. Prudence can be very coinish.
Of course.
Let me not take a stand though, before at the end of the day they will now
I don't worry, I have a stand
so I'm in between. Actually,
I'm not in between. Today I have my own stand.
Can you pass and come back later?
All right, let's talk about cheating. Let's talk about cheating. I'm so happy that we have women seated here. Oh, three to one. I said my name is Joyce Jakada.
Okay, allow us to introduce
Why were you
you
distracted? I hope is not what I'm thinking.
I'm distracted.
Okay. So remain focused. I introduced myself earlier on. So let's talk about cheating. Some weeks back we spoke about when men cheat, the things that happen. But a lot of people were protesting with placards saying, we don't agree, you must talk about women cheating and all. But the question is, do women cheat? Prudence.
Yes.
Okay. Jemima.
Yes.
Sam Solomon.
Married or unmarried?
Do women cheat?
It's just a simple question. Why are you attacking me?
Do women cheat?
I said you didn't introduce yourself properly. You said
okay.
I was distracted.
Properly. Anchor, host, Miss, Mrs.
Debate.
I will not tolerate. I will not tolerate this rest.
Did I say anything? Did I say anything?
Which one is called debate?
Solomon Sambo, do women cheat? That's the question.
Thank you very much.
You're coming back to me. So
you cannot come and
let's
distract
go
us
back
from
to
the
the
topic.
question.
Cannot keep us.
Oh wow. Okay, people are waiting.
You need to keep us at ease.
Do women cheat? Of course, yes.
So what this
Grammar.
dragging and
Beating
so
around
it's
the
just for you to say yes. It's just for you to just lie on top women. All this you're dragging is just so that you lie on top women.
Lie. I don't understand lie.
Women don't
what do
cheat
you
though. Women don't cheat. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with all of you. Women don't cheat. Like I said earlier on, when you talk about cheating, is when you betray trust. You engage in romantic or sexual activities with somebody that is other than your partner. I'm yet to see a woman that betrayed that trust. Like, I don't agree that women cheat.
Okay. Wow. I just think we should just end this show.
Why should we end the show? Like, it's just for you to tell me why you think. Why would you say women cheat? In this life, generally, are they people that are patient? Are they people that are more truthful? Are they than these gender women?
Which parameter are you using?
Global standard. Global
standard.
best practices. Global measurement.
Wow.
Women don't cheat, and that's where I stand.
Okay, when we were
I'm
addressing...
not saying you should argue with me. Just say what you stand for and your reason for saying. Nobody should drag me on this set. I know I'm alone. People, nobody should drag me.
I didn't even use a high tone. I was just trying to...
Maybe you should use the high tone so that you understand.
Trust me, eventually.
because here we can say is 1 against 3. or 3 against 1. For us, I think it is better you that say no to explain to
Oh,
us.
you have even form association that you're
No.
speaking on behalf of the rest.
No, it's not really an association.
We
But
have
I
an
think from the
admin.
angle which you are standing, I feel you should explain to us why you hold that opinion strongly. That you look at us on this set, 3 of us,
I'm
Plus-
scared of your number.
plus the millions that are outside that are saying yes.
Eh.
You disregard that.
Why
And
why
you
would you
tell
conclude
us-
that there are millions of people that are saying yes? Let's go to our Facebook page and see if there are how many
Oh, you
millions.
didn't check
How
those
many
those
millions?
comments before even the show.
How many
Like-
millions?
Yeah, let's first walk with the statistics that we had from the do men cheat segment of this program.
Okay.
You had a lot of people saying women cheat more than the men. Although we are not sure about those statistics here. But honestly, personally, I think that because we are human, anybody is prone to cheating.
Mhm.
Except if you have put your mind to not cheating. Anybody is. So long as you are living just a carefree life. So you personally, I'm of the opinion that both men and women cheat. So that's why I said women cheat. If a man would cheat and the woman decides, okay, since he did that, let me give back in the same.
So would you
That-
call
that-
that
yes,
cheating? Would
it
you
is.
call that cheating?
Honestly, it
Prudence,
is.
you are in a relationship with someone. You trusted, like there's a trust. There you
Calm down.
built
She
your
was
relationship.
calm when giving
No,
her.
I just
Just
want her
calm
to
down.
get this point so that it will not pass.
No, so that it
You
will not sound like a
agreed
debate.
that
That's
you
what-
will stay with each other, right? That's your
And
relationship is
because
anchored
he
on
has
that trust.
broken the agreement,
Now,
you want to.
Uncle decided that I'm tired of eating egusi. Let me try ogbono or vegetable, and then you saw him trying all, and then the woman decided to go and retaliate. Would you call that? What is she cheating on?
Oh well, two wrongs don't make it
Exactly.
right.
I'm not saying that two wrongs, but at
But-
that
but-
point,
but
what at
It's
that
still
point?
cheating. She's still betraying those vows that she made. Wait,
But
honestly,
there's no trust. There's no trust again.
yes, that doesn't mean she's at liberty to go ahead and do.
So what makes you feel he has? He has.
He's not. I'm not defending him.
Okay,
In this.
okay.
I'm not defending him. Neither am I saying that what he did is right or wrong. No, it is wrong. I'm not saying what he did is right. But what I'm saying is that she going out to do the same thing doesn't prove that she's right.
And let's call a spade.
So is
a
that
spade.
cheating?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's call a spade a spade. Let's not sugarcoat it. Let's call a lie by its name.
Okay.
She cheated. If he cheated and she was trying to do the same thing as a form of retaliation, as a form of revenge, she cheated.
Okay, my point
The
is
only
this.
difference is their reasons. But both of them cheated. A lie is a lie, whether white lie, brown lie, black lie.
Pink
They are
lie.
all lies.
Okay, but
So
Jemima,
she cheated in retaliation. He cheated because of something else.
okay,
Infidelity.
at that point where they decide to come together to be whether boyfriend or girlfriend, to be whether husband or wife, they are holding on to a vow. They'll say, I will stick to you, I will be with you, I will do, and this other person is saying, yes, I will also do the same. And then one of the parties is now saying, I don't think I can continue with this vow or whatever I committed myself to, because I've seen somebody that has something that I appreciate. At that moment,
Then
is there
go through
anything
the right
holding?
process.
So, and then he decided to now go out there. Now, the point I'm making, I'm trying to make that the point that the woman decided, like she has seen him, like that trust has been broken, and then she decided to go to that man that's been calling her attention. She decided to just go and hang out too with him. Would you call her action cheating? Like
Yes.
what makes it cheating when already he has broken the trust that they built the relationship
It
on?
is still cheating because both of them recited that
The
Whatever
the vow
vows.
together. They don't just the guest the preacher will not recite it and ask if you agree. He makes you open your mouth to recite it. So both of them said it at different intervals. So if he broke his own, she broke her own as well.
Okay, they are married. These ones are
Yes.
not married.
Well, the commitment I would say makes it cheating. if I had agreed to
Honestly.
be in a relationship with Solomon Sambo, and he also agreed. I didn't agree on our behalf. We both, there was a mutual agreement, and then we went to cheat with another. I went to cheat with a different man. He went to cheat with a different lady. It is cheating. Why? Because it is an agreement. Yes, we didn't stand before a congregation, before a priest, and declared our intentions, but we agreed together. So if we go elsewhere, we are cheating. The best thing that should be done is we come back together and I tell him, hey, I'm no longer interested in this agreement that we had initially. Then I go my way. If he wants to go his way, fine. If he wants to remain, fine. I have made my intentions clear. So the same thing in marriage. If he cheated, I should not retaliate because he cheated. I should go through the right process. Just like Prudence said initially, 2 wrongs do not make a right. That she did something wrong doesn't mean I should do the same thing. Then how better am I? How different am I from her? One person should be,
Pastor Mrs. Earlier I say Pastor Mrs. and your associate. Well done. But then Sambo Solomon.
No, I was citing an example
I've
with
always heard Sambo Solomon say he's so passionate about that. When there is understanding between you and the person, when there is understanding between you and the person, you are not married, for example. And a lot of young men are so entitled that they will just, she cheated, she's cheating, you did not pay a dime on her head. Like, there's no commitment. You've been in a relationship with this young girl for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. You've not done anything. When she even asks you question, you'll be like, you don't want to say give a date, or you don't want to, so that the person, because you're not ready. And then she decided to hang out with this uncle or this guy that is saying, I appreciate your looks, I like you, can we just meet? And the next thing you're shouting, she cheated, I caught her with somebody sitting, sharing a bottle of wine or taking this. Like, would you say that lady cheated on this guy?
I would say
no.
no. I would say
That's
no
not
for
cheating.
that. You know why? Because it was not defined right from the beginning. You can't just be friendly with me and expect that I will automatically think we are in a relationship. You have to define it. You have to spell things out. Now, if you don't define it for me,
No, he
and
defined
then,
it now by saying, I want to be my girlfriend. And
Okay,
the girl
okay.
accepts to be his girlfriend. They have
then
been
that's
dating.
different.
They have been in relationship for years. But she held on to this relationship 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 6 years. Uncle
There
has
was
not
nothing. Then you
committed
ask
to her.
questions.
But
And
you
she
have to ask.
he's not
What are
answering.
we
Let me
doing?
say something. Let me say something.
Are you wasting my time?
Okay, wait, let me say something here, right?
How can that
I've
be
been
cheating?
thinking of this thing. See that you are dating someone for so long, and you have already reached your elasticity. You can't do this anymore. So you're looking for a better shot, or rather, better still, from the illustration you gave earlier, and you've caught this person cheating with different people. What exactly are you still doing with him? Like, honestly, if this person cannot keep the faith and keep the trust between you since before you get married, it's better to walk out instead of giving yourself an avenue of going and saying, okay, so behind this person's back, I'm still with him, but I'll still be with
So
In
person.
case.
person in case. No, this is not a spare tire issue. No. If you can't deal with it, then walk out.
And if you're walking out, you talk. Where is the place of communication?
Exactly.
It is because you didn't talk and walked out. That is why he's holding on to the fact that you are cheating. Hey, I'm leaving. It's not like I'm asking for your opinion. It's just for your
Exactly.
information.
You know how instances where they say, and just when I'm planning to just pay something on her head, she now went to hang out with this person.
Because that's a
see-
lie. That's actually a lie. This person never planned. It's because he knows that he's going to lose her, that he's saying something like that. It's a way of holding on and saying, okay, so I'm defending myself. I was on the right all along. But honestly, this person never had her in mind. If that person will say something like that. Personally, I think that if you're keeping somebody on the string for 5 years and this person doesn't even see any progress, as a person, if I'm the one that is in that position, honestly, I think I would walk out. Because I don't see why I'll
would
continue
wouldn't have
staying.
made
why
it
will you
to
keep
5
someone's
years.
daughter for 5
For
years?
5 years,
Exactly.
doing what?
Like you are not in constant discussion. Like they had talks.
You
And
guys
5
are
years
surprised.
is a
Are-
long
are you
time.
surprised?
No,
I
we're
wouldn't
just
be
saying
we're not
there
surprised.
for
Why
five
would I
years.
be-
to some that have something upstairs, they are not supposed to be surprised. But to some that are still learning and still thinking, still living in illusion, because the problem always starts with you don't even know what you want. That's just
Exactly.
it. It starts from not knowing
I
what you
disagree with that.
not-
I
not
disagree
knowing
with
what
that
you
because
want.
I
And you
know
see-
people that were in relationship for up to 5-6 years and today they are married. Now it depends. You know, you always talk about this understanding.
You didn't hear what I said.
Understanding.
I said you staying in relationship 5 years without constant talking and planning.
Exactly.
No, I can't just be blind. 5 years doing what? That's the thing. Even for you
Learning
to
and
complain,
unlearning.
you
And
understand?
relearning.
For you to sit and complain and said, you can imagine he kept me for 5 years, now he's living. Like, what were you discussing for that 5 years? What were you thinking? What were you planning?
Oh.
There must be something building. You can't just be living and thinking and assuming for crying out loud. Do you understand? And when you talk about this relationship thing and you talk about cheating, you understand? Is good that we define here on this set that cheating is not only when you have sex. Yes, when you start doing things extra.
You know,
And-
earlier on I said romantic, engaging in romantic
Yeah,
and
that's
sexual activities.
yes, that's it. Because when you said cheating, now we narrow it to the issue of the relationship single. Because in the first place,
Not
that
just
should
single.
no, I'm just saying relationship. Now we are narrowing it to relationship, working out something for marriage. Right? There are people. And these are some of the reasons why some relationship don't even end up in marriage. So we have to talk it because somebody is watching. You understand? So in this category, you are not even supposed to talk about sex. Sex should not be something we are talking about if you are in a relationship and sex should come in as a cheating. Do you get? Because in relationship, where we stand and our belief, sex is not allowed before marriage. So if you bring issue of sex, that's the reason for the relationship going sour, then something is wrong. Do you get? But let's talk about the romance aspect of it.
The question, like I said earlier on, I disagreed that women don't cheat. But if you're out there and you're saying she is lying, it's a lie, women used to cheat, tell us your experience. Because most times people is just hearsay. This person said his girlfriend cheated on him. Oh, that person said his wife cheated on him. If you have personal experience with a cheating woman or a cheating girlfriend, please drop your comments on our official Facebook page at Equa Television International. We'll take your comments on this set. So
Sure.
go there and tell us. Don't just be shouting, hey, women used to cheat. Women have cheated. You have experience. Let us know about it. Because like I said, it is when trust is being broken. When there is when there is betrayal. You've committed yourself. And then now, after committing to say, I will stay with you, you now went behind and decide to engage in romantic or sexual relationship with another person other than your partner. That's what cheating is. So if you have the experience, let us know on our comment section.
Yes.
So
You talked about a lady that she changed her password whenever she's with her boyfriend. You gave us that illustration
When?
on those
when
like
date and
countless
time.
time.
Date and time. You cannot
Countless,
accuse me
count,
on this set.
no, countless time.
Evidence.
You know that whenever
If
she's,
you agree, raise
when-
your hand. I said that. You are a betrayer.
No, Jemima wasn't.
Because I was going to say I don't remember.
The people like
she
playing
wasn't
safe.
The-
Cheating.
I like staying
Yeah.
true.
Yes, you gave us that illustration that whenever she's with the guy, she changed her passport and password.
Is the guy that used to change the password?
No, we'll go
No.
back now. The
Okay,
clips are
okay,
there.
okay.
You know, the lady
Okay.
changed her
Is that cheating?
password. She's engaging.
Oh,
in-
what exactly is she
She's trying
hiding?
to hide something.
She's hiding something.
What?
She doesn't want to see
And
the
then,
game she's playing.
and then, she,
And he
you-
was
you-
looking
and
for.
then she has
What is he looking for?
That he knew that she changed the password.
and then she changed her, what do you call it? Screensaver. Like constantly, you see this and he asks questions. No, you can't be in a relationship without asking questions.
Of course.
You understand? These are the hard talks that we are talking. That we look at it and we neglect and we just look the other way. And at the end of the day, it's hurting us. You understand? And you see, one of the things that even cause people to cheat, both women and men, is that lack of that communication. Yes. When you talk well, you understand yourself better. Even if someone is assuming, but you engage that communication, it helps. Because at the end of the day, you clear the person's doubt. And you see, this issue of romance that we are talking, you are in a relationship with a lady. You ask her out. She's just on her own. And you ask her out. You say you want you people to cook on something. And she agrees. She gives you her consent. You met her. And she feel, okay, let me try this guy. By talking with her, gradually, she developed that interest and that connection and that belief and that trust. And then, just of a sudden, you left her hanging. What do you expect? Another man will engage her with talk. And before you know it, she will start comparing what you are saying and what this guy is saying. And then she begin to compare
what this one is doing
and what this one is not doing. And before you know it, it's not that, most cases to women, it's not that intentionally they want to cheat. But at some point, they are just feeling, I trusted this guy, but I think his words is not matching with his action. And I'm seeing somebody that he said little and the action speaks loud. And before you know it, she's beginning to turn her attention. And one thing that you will notice, you begin to see that energy dropping. The interest, because she really want to try that. Because at that point, so many things is going on her mind. And she begin to feel, let me give this guy attention. Knowingly or unknowingly, she will start giving the person attention. And the moment you discover, men will easily say, what is it? I notice you are beginning to change. Ask yourself. Don't ask her.
You know what I was going to say? Not
Yeah.
like I agree with your points, all of you.
Okay.
But then coming from what you've just said, the illustration you're just giving, it means that even if a woman cheats, the guy or the husband gave her reason to.
Not in all cases.
Now let me tell you something
Not in
about
all
women
cases.
I know. There are guys that I tell them that, see, you see this lady that you're struggling with, you don't have to. If a lady is committed to you, she tells you that, yes, I'm game, I'll do this with you. If she loves you, she loves you. You don't have to lure her with money. You don't have to force her into relationship. You don't have to convince her about things that are not there. Like, just be who she wants, or just be true. I think that's the word. You just be true to her. And if you're just true to her, if it is who she wants, or if she likes you, she will be with you. You don't have to force relationship on a woman. Women are naturally emotional. So you can't go into a relationship with a woman and emotionally you are not there. Like you are just absent, and you say you are not the romantic kind of person. You hear guys say, you hear men say that I'm not the romantic kind of person. I'm not, and because she has a need, an emotional need. I'm not giving an excuse for anybody's failure or anybody's bad character or anybody's sin. Because sin is sin, no matter how you paint it to be. But can you also, as the man in the picture, play your part? You can't tie a lady or a woman down in the name of, oh, let me just get. A lot of men do that. They just rush you, engage you, or they get married to you, and boom, I've gotten her. And then you continue living your life and feel, oh, we are in an African society. It's a man's world. Let me do what I want to do. You are married, for example. Maybe Jemima will relate, or you, since you both are married. And then you are not there for your wife emotionally. I've heard stories of how that men even don't sleep with their wives for like 3-4 months. Some even a year. And for some, it's a way of getting back at something that their wives did to them.
It's a way of revenge.
And then in relationship as well, you have been following this girl for years. You have been praying and hoping that she accepts you. And she says yes. And 1 month, 2 months into the relationship, it's that time that your head wants to be hot. You see this skirt pass, you follow. You see this because you think you have the skill to toast and keep every other lead. And then the moment she made up, she kept asking you questions, and then there's nothing on me. I'm not the kind of person. I'm not this emotional person. I am thinking of other things. Then you see that she's now giving somebody the attention that she crave in you. You are now shouting up and down that women are cheats. Women cannot be sad. Women love money. You hear them say, "Oh my God, women love money. They are just their needs are insatiable."
That's one of the reasons
That's
one of the reasons that they cheat.
So who told you that it's because of money that she's following the other person? Have you not seen girls that work hard, earn, and even give the guy, support the guy's business?
How
or even
many?
education?
You see something.
How many?
Joy?
When you talk about when you talk about the wall of cheating, how many?
You
How
want to
many?
do comparison?
No,
Let's not do
If
statistics.
If you
not-
want to
if
do
we're
an
going to-
comparative
No,
analysis,
no.
me and you know that men cheat now.
No, that's not the point. That's not the point. But I'm just
But
saying.
you agree that men are the.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
Because there are
So we have
statistics.
finished the show now.
No, there are statistics out there. What we are talking, we are not talking who
Who
cheats
cheats
the
more.
most, or more, because you rightly said sin is sin, and that's just what we are discouraging, and that's why I bring that angle from the youth perspective in relationship, because that's just the notion out there. Somebody toasting you today, 1 week he feels he's entitled to having sex with you. The next thing he's threatening you with that same thing because he feels there is this cheap girl out there that she doesn't care. As long as he spends money on her, she gives him whatever he wants.
Then you go meet her.
You understand? That's not what we are saying. That's not even what we are saying. You understand? But that's what he will put to that good girl. Now I'm talking on behalf of the good girl. So why would you use that and make her feel inferior and make her feel like she is inferior? She is not that wonderfully, fearfully made person with a purpose, and you narrow her to just that. You don't even know each other like that, but already you are putting in a threat to her, and before you know it, she begins to look down on herself, and she feel, I will lose the guy. And after all, what he's coming with is just something shadow up there. But you dive into that cheap whatever, and then tomorrow you are regretting. When you talk about emotions, why is the balance in the Bible? The Bible, the purpose of the Bible is to create that balance for us that we need in life. That's it. If you talk about emotions, where is the balance in the emotion that we talk? If you talk about anger, there's a way Bible deal about anger. If you talk about emotion, there's a way Bible deal about emotion. So sometimes you hear women said, it's because women, they are emotionally whatever, and that is the reason. That's a control. Because today there are so many women out there that they control their emotions and they are doing well, and that set them apart. So if you say that, you can't say there are no women, that know exactly what they want and they go for it. But what we are saying, right? Try your possible best to know what you want. If we are talking about cheating, there are people that cheat for reasons that it will amaze you. It will amaze you. It will amaze you. You
Let
will
me
just
give
see
one of the reasons.
Yes.
She has a fine foot. Yeah, there are men that will follow a lady and say it's just like if she has a fine foot, and
it's
I
true.
love her because
It's
of her
true,
smile.
Joyce.
There are men that cheat with ladies and they tell you they like her smile.
Yes.
She's always smiling. Some even tell you she's clean.
And you see,
And he's
well,
married.
and you see the reason why earlier I say we are not talking about percentage, because if you talk about emotional and sexual cheating, when you find a man, you find a woman. If they are impure, yes, when you find a man, because a man cannot cheat alone.
But the patronizer is if it is not there, will she come
That's
out?
not what God is looking at.
You see something.
Whether the patronizer or the one, that's not.
who is
Exactly.
patronizing?
Or the
the
gi-
support.
uh,
And
yes.
Imagine
something
that
about cheating.
even if the lady is a prostitute, for example, I'm not talking about there are prostitutes out there, but imagine that you go out to the street where you do your good evening, a big good morning or good afternoon, because I hear now that there are streets where guys do go out to do good
corporate
evening.
prostitution.
So imagine that she goes out and nobody patronize her. Tomorrow, nobody. Next tomorrow, for 1 week, 1 month, abba, you give up. So in the game of the cheating, the introducer and the maintainer and the sustainer of the face.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why this is going on, but But something that I know honestly about this whole cheating thing is that a lot of times if you find a woman cheating, she'll tell you that it was circumstance that put her where she is. For instance, as we have all spoken, maybe she has been deprived of one thing or another and she's looking for it in another person. Valid reasons, yeah? But that doesn't still justify the fact that you still went out and cheated. So, the thing is this. Cheating, as I said earlier, I think that everybody is prone to cheating. Except if you have decided in your heart not to. I said it earlier, and that's where I'm standing on. So, as much as we always say that men go out and cheat, and we always defend women that women don't. It's circumstance. Most times, if you hear that a woman cheated, people say, no, circumstance led her. You hear that a lot, right? As much as we have that going on, personally, I think that it's a decision that you have to make in your heart.
Do you know there are women?
I was going to. I'm heading somewhere.
Okay.
Sometimes a woman decides in her heart to just go and cheat, just like that. There's no reason. Let's just be honest.
No, let you be honest.
Let's just.
How can you do something without a reason? I beg
honest.
to disagree. How can a woman
Without
just
a
like that
reason?
decide I want
No,
to go
like
and cheat?
I
have a man in my
like
life.
for the fun
Allow
of
her.
it.
Let
No,
me explain
I have
what I'm
no. This
saying.
I need to.
Let me
Allow
explain
her
what
to
I'm
explain.
saying. What
Allow
I'm
her
saying
to
is
explain.
this: you say that
You know
you
she's
have.
from.
When you say that you have reasons, always when they say there are reasons for a woman to go out and cheat, everybody's looking for how to defend her. Okay, no, this person did this to her, that's why she did that. Or she did not get this, and that's why she's doing that. You have those kind of reasons. But for a reason that, okay, I just want to indulge, or because I'm not satisfied with what I'm getting, I just want to go out and indulge.
No, that's
One
a
of the
reason.
reasons.
That's a
That's what
reason.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
But for me, honestly, I don't think that that's a reason enough for you to just go out.
That's why
and-
she's saying just like that, because she's
exactly
getting it
because that's what I'm saying. It's not like you're not getting it, but you're just not getting it where you how much
enough,
you want
like,
it to
yeah.
be.
So we have somebody joining us on Facebook, and that's Michael Junior Dudu. He said, because the question was thrown out, do women cheat? He said, of course they do. I think he has reason. Please, Michael, tell us, where did you catch? How many did you catch that actually did that? But then, I understand your point of view, like valid. I must say very valid. But just what I was trying to say is that nobody just wakes up and jump into. There's always something that push you to doing that.
Whether
So
significant
or
not.
insignificant. In fact, some is trends. Because
Yes.
I just had
Peer pressure.
Jemima gisting how that almost she went. She has a boyfriend, but she went out, and then this man is rich. He did it, and she said to follow him. There's actually a reason. So be it trend, I can now decide that wow, so there's something like this happening. Let me also
Let me
go.
try,
Is a
oh.
reason. For some people, it's trend. They feel it's the in thing. For me to be this big girl that I am,
Want to
I have
belong.
to cheat. Like who does putting of his egg in one basket? Like they look at you. Like we're in a time where you say you are just dating this person, or you are just sticking to your husband. People will look at you and say, in this day and age, sister, if you stick to one man, heartache, they will break your heart. They will do this. Have 2 or 3. So that when this one you fall to this other person, like your heart is going to be intact. There's no serving of breakfast. If you even tell you that he's not doing again, it's at his own detriment. You move. You hear people say we move. No grief for anybody. When he cheats, you cheat back. So no grief. But like I maintained earlier, and I'm still saying, there's no excuse for failure. There's no reason. Like sin is sin. We cannot cover and all of that. For a woman, like I said, a woman would not just like that decide to go and cheat. Just like that I want to cheat, and she just go. There are always reasons to why. It's either they are retaliating, or maybe for them is a vacuum that they are trying to fill. That's their reason. But again, this is my advice. You don't have to do that.
So let me ask this question. So you think men can just wake up like that and say they want to cheat?
I
No,
would
it's just-
say
it's just-
I would
it's just a
say
question,
yes.
yes or no.
I would say yes, because
So you think
they
in
are
this
driven.
entire world that women are almost
No,
Do you
I
know
would
that
say
there are
wait,
men out
wait,
there that
wait.
the only thing that control them is what is in between
Yes,
their legs? That's
yes.
what
I would
influence
say-
their
I
decision.
would say men can decide that they want to cheat.
Prudence,
Why?
this is too much
And
for
then
you.
when we say they
It's
can
not, it's not that
decide,
it's too much. It's
Jemima.
just
And
funny
then
because I'm not
when
agreeing with
when
you.
when we
both,
say
so-
when we say men can decide, we're not generalizing and saying every man can
Some,
decide
yeah.
to cheat. Yes, we're
some.
just saying men can decide that okay, they just cheat. Why? Because they are driven more by what they see. So a lot of times they act based on a lot of things, not really because it has gotten to their brain and they are processing.
You've not seen
it.
a man working with
Sometimes
his
they
wife and he's
even-
looking at another
The
babe.
deed is done before they even begin to process it. But then the woman is not driven that way. She can see and then nothing is even in her mind. But it is based on what she's hearing.
You can't
That is
tell
why
me.
a
You
lot
can't-
of men.
Jemima, I
Jemima,
disagree with you.
there's
You
a
can't tell me
you
that,
very
that
much.
you can't find some women out there
No,
that
you are
that,
getting me wrong. That is why I said I'm not generalizing. I said that
she said there
initially.
is no woman.
Okay,
What
okay.
she said.
And
What
no,
she's
that would
saying
be
is that
later
there's
when
no
I'm done,
woman
then
that
you
will
talk
decide
about that with her.
Okay, it's that I'm asking.
not
And you are trying to
generalizing.
help her
I
answer the
I was
question.
still talking. That's why.
Okay, sorry.
See, I'm
Talk.
still the anchor of this
Okay,
show.
sorry.
So
You
you don't
let
just
her finish. I'll
you
come back
don't
to you.
generalize it.
Yes.
Because there are certain women that will see and they'll be like, oh more, I'm going for this man. So when we are saying men are driven by what they see, women are driven by what they hear, we're not saying it applies to every man and every
No,
woman.
that one-
but
that
yes,
one,
but
it's
a
well
larger
established, yes.
percentage of the men can decide to just go and cheat without even a concrete
thought.
reason or even no reason. But a woman, a lot of them would decide to go and cheat because of one thing or the other. And I would say, Joyce mentioned emotional starvation. You're in
Mostly.
whether a relationship or a marriage, you're not getting the needed affection you need. The man is not even giving you attention. And the other week when we talked about men cheating, we said it's not just about infidelity. It can also be affection, the starvation, the emotional stuff that you're depriving someone of. So a lot of women can go and cheat because they are not getting what they want. And then someone out there is giving them what they want. So this is the reason why they are going out to cheat. She said sometimes you go and cheat because the men are the ones giving you a reason to go and cheat. And in this situation, I would say, yes, it is the man that gave you that opening to go out because he's not giving you that emotion that you need, that affection, that attention, but he is giving it to another person, and then another guy is giving it to you, so you have to go and get it. That is a reason, but that doesn't
That's
still
not a valid
justify a reason for you to do. Others can go and cheat because of low self-esteem. They don't feel good enough. They don't feel appreciated, and then someone out there is appreciating you. Probably he's doing it just so that it will get to you, knowing fully well that you are driven by what you hear. So probably you're not even good enough, but he is telling you to get something, and then you're getting that validation that you needed. So you're tilting towards that person because of what he's giving you. That is another reason why you should cheat. Others can be lonely to the brim. You have a husband or you have a boyfriend that is practically a workaholic. He's always almost not there. So you want to go and cheat because he's not around. So even if I cheat and clean my mouth, he will not know. So you go and do that. And then the person doesn't even know at the end of the day. But the bottom line is, whether you have a reasonable excuse or not, cheating should not be an option.
Exactly.
You
It
know,
should
I was,
not be
I was
an
having
option.
conversation about on a lighter note how that men are moved by what they see women and this guy just shouted, please don't tell me that there are women that they will see you, they will look at you, and then he was like, dude, that he knows he can mention the times that he's going out in the morning to jog, and then when he's coming back, that he meets with certain ladies on the way and they are looking at him like beyond,
Yes.
like, and he's now looking at himself like, what is this lady
Something
looking?
wrong.
And then he'll turn and still see that where her eyes are actually headed. So I now said, why you too? Why would you not be well heated? You just wake up and just wear your shorts
You know all those sporty,
and say that
those sporty.
so you package it in well now.
No, what I'm saying, what I want to say is that, you know, even this sport wears, just like the way that medical
Jerry.
medical guy that we brought,
Yes.
Jerry,
Yes.
that talked about the secret behind making some certain perfume that we don't even know. We are just driven by the
So there's
smell, and
reason
then
for
you
that
be
shot.
like, you said.
Technically,
There's-
some of them are designed.
Yes,
for
so
things
even
like
the clothes, they are designed in a such a way that it will control certain portion of your mind. You understand? It's intentional.
Okay,
It's
but
intentional.
you have the right to package yourself
But they
well.
will
You don't,
tell
you
you-
can't
they-
just go naked. A story
No,
was told
I
of a
know.
man. He
Uh,
went to this woman's house. He went to look for her husband, and then the husband was not around. So he met the woman and her friend gisting at the sitting room, and he sat there. He was wearing that short sport wear. So when they got gisting, he was unfortunately, unfortunately, the friend,
Hey, yeah, unfortunately.
the friend was not sitting properly.
Mm-mm.
And then he went to look for her husband. Her husband was not around, and he saw her and her friend talking. He would just have excused himself and go, but he met them conversing. And it was in the morning, so they're all staying in the same compound. So this guy just sat down, and when he sat down, they were conversing. And unfortunately, the other woman didn't see it well, like her legs were not covered. So I don't know what took his attention there. And unfortunately for him,
Joyce.
he
Joyce,
was not well.
Joyce,
Joyce.
for crying out loud.
The
A reason-
woman.
for crying out loud. I know where you're going.
For him to leave.
You understand? How on earth you, as a reasonable man, you carry shot to someone's house that you know is married to even check, even if the husband is at home? Haba. We should be reasonable enough. Just like the way you are
She
saying.
had to send the man out of her house.
is
Let
good.
me, for some people that don't know about this story,
Yes.
because while he sat down, he was looking at her friend that didn't sit well. His own what
Oh,
was in between
Oga,
his legs went out of control and came out through one side of the trolley, and the woman she was shouting. She was like, what kind of disrespect is this? How would you enter my house and
Somebody's
then
house.
like she doesn't appreciate this? She should just go.
It's
And it was
fine.
unfortunate. I can't explain how shameful that was for him, and he left out because it was really an embarrassing situation. But you see how that men would just, some of them have this notion in their head that we are men now, you don't know what we are going through. Men are polygamous, like they say. You don't.
Nonsense.
There are some of their hormones, they don't have control over it, so that's why they can just. In fact, we've seen several times how pictures of men working with their wives, and then a girl will pass and they will still turn and look at that. And that was why I said, for me, you see, men cheat, but we talk about women don't cheat. But I'm not generalizing that every man cheats, because I know men that don't cheat.
Yeah.
So women that have accepted Jesus Christ as their Lord
They
and
don't cheat.
personal Savior, they don't cheat.
True.
Men
I will
that-
say this till tomorrow. Women that accepted Jesus Christ as their Lord and personal Savior, believe in Him and holding on to His teachings, they don't cheat.
That's where.
You see
that's
why
where
I like
talk-
your qualification.
That's
The way
where-
you qualified
yes,
it now, I
that-
agree
that's
with
why.
you.
That's why I
Let's
talk.
go agree.
That's the reason
But
why.
when
I
you
talk-
were generalizing it, was
That's why earlier I talked about the balance that the Bible brought. That the Bible is giving. That's the balance. Because you can't be in Christ. Because the old things are passed away. Now we are looking at your new life. You may have cheated before. But the moment you receive Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, forget. Those things are past. They are gone.
And there are some things that people do that
Yeah.
they don't know that is cheating. Cheating is not just sexual alone. There are certain activities you engage in that is also cheating.
Yes.
I've seen men, I've seen women that do that. You play with the opposite gender, someone that is other than your partner, in a way that is romantic. You're holding each other, you're sitting on each other's lap, you are feeding yourself. These are things that are exclusive to you and your partner. And you do that. There are certain things. You hear men saying she's my bestie. You hear a woman saying he's my bestie. You have conversation with a man that is not your husband, or you're not your man,
more than you do have
more than you do with your own partner. Some people can spend half of the day talking with another lady that is not their wife. And the same thing with the woman calling another man that is not your husband, not a man you're committed to, like in the name of my bestie, my bestie. All these activities are cheating. It's not just about you having sexual. There are people that in fact they don't even engage in the sexual activities,
And if
but they
you-
engage in romantic activities. They say, they will tell you that I've done everything, but I did not enter.
And if you as the married person does not understand where to put the
Boundary.
line.
The boundary.
You that is not married should understand and give that. You should give the space. He may not be thinking right to want to put a boundary between both of you, but you that is not married, you know that this man is married, he has a family. Why are you still are you hoping that the wife will die so that you take her place?
Some
So
of
you
them
should
control
leave.
the family.
You see-
You
What the
should leave.
decision?
You should be able to set the
Set
two
boundaries.
wrong people
Doesn't
would not make
it right.
any. One person should have his head correct.
You know
so you that is not married should put the boundary. If he that is married is not willing to do that,
And you know something? I read somewhere that a lot of times when people, especially in the Christendom, when people say, okay, so I ended up cheating on my wife, or I ended up cheating on my husband, there are things that built up to that place. They are built
and you
up,
neglected.
and you neglected it. Simple thing. Okay, so you're becoming close. You're having conversations with this guy,
As in, he's calling you.
and he's calling
will
you,
tell
telling
Sending
you
you text
every
early
time.
morning.
but you
and-
want to see
and you're
what next.
enjoying it. It's just really nice and all. But then you keep telling yourself, no, I'm not cheating. I'll
When you
not
get
go.
to a point, I'll cut
I will
off.
stop.
And you're even
I
angry
would
that he
not-
did not call you today.
Yes, yes, and this is valid in both sides, men and women both. I read in the document that I was reading, or the book I was reading about this. This man was saying that he, as a pastor, he had a situation where he found that he was supposed to cancel a woman, and she came into his office, and from the first day she came into his office, he felt all the emotions and all that. Then he said, "Oh no, neglect that." The next day when she came in, they started having conversation, and he felt the way this conversation was turning out. No, it doesn't work well. And the thing he did was that the next time she was coming, he directed her to his colleague. He said, "No, let's not get any further than this. Before we even get to the point that we call ourselves friends, let's not get to it, because anything could happen from that moment. You've already let loose of your guard." It's just a simple thing. The way Jesus and then his apostles went ahead to say later on, to be of God, watch and pray. Be of God, watch and pray. All those words were only said because he knew that we have potentials of going off track. So you have to watch yourself. You're watching yourself. Am I getting too close for comfort? Am I, in fact, the moment this is beginning to tilt this way, just hands off. It's not. It doesn't hurt you that you put a distance between you and someone. It doesn't hurt you because, in fact, it hurts. Yes, sometimes it does hurt. For instance, when Jesus was saying, "If your eye is going to lead you to sin, then pluck it off." It's a simple illustration of something like this. You find yourself in circumstances where you might head towards that. So have the foresight of stopping it before it gets to that point.
And
It's
you
a
know,
simple and
I
short thing.
also like people to understand that this thing does not just start one day. And like you say, there are signs that you see that you have to avoid them. Like personally, okay, I'm in a committed relationship, and this person wakes up every morning like a different person. Hi, baby. Good morning, and all of that. In the afternoon, you are checking on me. In the night, you are checking on me. Like, no, now. I know you have a committed relationship as well. This energy should be channeled to that person you're committed to, and not to me. And I can be deliberate about not responding to that. I mean, the
Yes.
person is angry, and no, respectfully tell the person, no, I think like you are crossing boundary. You should not refer to me as this. You should not. These are terms that are exclusive
Do you
to
know why?
partners
Do
that
you
you're
know why
committed
it's hard
into.
for most people? Do you know why?
Hard
It's
to
because
what?
hard for people to be deliberate, like what you said. It's because people want to be nice.
And they are enjoying what they are getting.
See,
You
honestly,
just want to be nice. You remember our discussion,
Yeah,
being
yeah.
nice and being kind. You know, you can't just be nice and just feel it is okay.
And it's your niceness is detrimental to another person, because as you're giving the attention, you're drawing attention from the committed partner. The attention that should be given to the wife or to the person is getting married to is now given to you, because now you have made it look that yes, I'm available. When you said hi before 1 second, you have responded. Baby girl, I miss you. I miss you too. To a married man, of course, you are saying that I'm available, I'm ready. So I just feel that sometimes we should not give the room for all of that. Be
Yes.
deliberate that, see, I will not cheat. This thing is not difficult. The world is making it look like it's inevitable.
But
Cheating is
it's-
inevitable. You have to do it as a guy. Follow the girls as a married man. Follow young babes. How can you just be with only your wife? Your wife will control you. Just have girls so that when she disrespects you, you can put that to her
Do you
face.
kn-
So
do you
you
know-
don't have to do
I was
that.
going to
It
say
even
that.
says that you are cheap.
Yes,
When you
and you
cheat.
don't respect yourself.
Of course.
That's one thing. And let me just say this before you say what you have to say.
Okay.
It just clearly states that you have no respect for yourself, neither do you have respect for your body. Plus, on the issue of niceness, you cannot be nice with temptation. You have to be rugged with temptation. Temptation is not a zone for you to be nice.
That's why the Bible talks about all those animals, right?
Yes.
Why do you think
Putting us
Joseph
those-
left his shirt
He ran,
and
oh.
ran naked?
You have to be violent when it comes to temptation. No. It is not a zone for you to be to tiptoe around. No, you have to.
It's not even like an honorable place to be cheating. Like it irritates. A lot of people don't look at you with disdain. You lose respect as human. Like you don't even respect yourself. Talk more of your maker.
A
when
lot of times you
indulge in
find
that.
even fellow married people doing that. I am married. Solo, Mr. Solo is married, and then I am doing some kind of things. If I like Solo so much, why didn't I get married to him? I went and got married to another person, and all of this. If he likes me so much, why did he get married to this
Jemima,
wife?
somebody
So you
was
find
telling
that
me
in
this.
a lot of
A
different
lady
kind
that
of
was trying
scenarios.
to get married a night to the wedding, she was calling this guy and saying, "Guy, when we meet now?" He said, "Tomorrow is your wedding. You know how they pick them to the hotel." And she said, forget, it's not just to chop and clean mouth. Like nobody will know about this now. And I was like, "I know." And so when this person said, I said, "Don't try it. Don't try it. Maybe you have been doing it and getting away with this thing. No, guy, don't try it. Like it doesn't speak well of you. It doesn't. It's a sin for you to indulge. It's not trend. It's not being feeling among. Cheating does not say anything good about you.
values
Like
you.
it just shows how you have low self-esteem, how that you don't even regard your own self. Because how can you be sleeping with this, engaging in romantic activities? You're throwing your body at this man, you're throwing that another man, you're throwing it. You as a man, you're throwing your body as this lady, only you. Some of them, you just end up, it's detrimental even to your health. You might think that, oh, you're having your way. Look at sicknesses. A lot of men today are struggling because you have stretched yourself to the point that you are not supposed to. You kept 5 ladies. In the morning, you are in this place. Afternoon, you share your hours to 3 houses. In the night, you go and sleep in another lady's house. But you think you are macho. You are a big guy. You are a senior man. Hey, guy, a time will come that these things is not fun. It's not fun. You are just building on maybe sicknesses or certain things that I just think that cheating generally, be it man or woman, is not a place to be. It's not. The Bible has called us to purity. The Bible says our body is the temple of Christ. So treat it like the temple of Christ. That when Christ comes, you should be able to dwell in it. Not that just think about yourself. That here. How do you want Christ to dwell in it? So that you've made the mistake before, like I'll always emphasize, that we fall 7 times. Let's rise up again. Don't just lie low, flat there. That to me I'm a sinner. Some people have used this word, muyen tarani, bumchika goma. But so it's this one that is left. We should use and be sinning around. No. Though we fall, but let's rise up again. That's why Christ died on the cross for you. But that grace abound doesn't mean that we should continue in sin. Yes. So when you make a mistake, oh, I've been doing this with this young lady and she's not my wife. That's wrong. Stop it. If you as a young lady, you have been engaging in a relationship with either married men or other guys other than the person you're committed to, it's wrong. If you're in a relationship and this person is starving you, whether emotionally or with his presence, you talk to the person. And if the person is not willing to, then leave respectfully, since you're not even married to the person. But if you are married to, don't say that because it's cheating, I'll also cheat. Try to talk with the guy. I'm not happy that this is happening. How can you make things right? Because both of us doing this and coming together, it's not just detrimental to even our children. So it's not a good example to set. So let's ensure that we do the needful. Talk together and see where things went right. For some people, okay, I'll deal with her. That's why they are cheating. Oh, I'll deal with him. Me too, I'll go and do it. You don't have to do it. Your maker will not be happy with you. life itself will not even be happy with you, even though it gives you the ground to go ahead and do that. But at the end of the day, you face the consequences. So our time is actually fast spent. Maybe in 1 minute, let's say,
Okay, so because we've been talking about you, especially women, retaliating, I'm going to say this. I heard from someone. God would not judge you. Let me personalize this. God would not judge me for how I react. I mean, for what Solomon or Jemima did to me. Rather, he's going to judge me for how I reacted. So, as much as you want to indulge because you feel that you are wronged, it just makes your ideology really weak. It just makes you not looking at yourself on a better platform. So, just try as much as possible to do what is best for you as it is best with God. If you understand what I'm saying, I'm going to repeat that again. Try to do as much as possible. Try to do what is best for you as it is best with God. That's
Cheating is a no-no. Decide in your heart that you will not cheat and put effort to it, and you will not. And even if you have done that, you can turn around and decide that you will not do that. The change starts with you.
Sin is sin. Avoid it.
there's no better way to say it than all the things that you all have said, and it was great doing this with you all. And to our viewers out there, thank you so much for joining us on today's edition of Today's Live. We're really glad that we did this with you. There's no excuse or cover for sin. Sin is sin, and you should avoid it. Our body is the temple of Christ. Let's keep it holy. And we've made mistake before in the past. It's not too late for you to retract your footstep and make things right. Thank you. We'll come your way tomorrow, same time. Stay blessed.